birds down to Acapulco Bay.
Greetings, everyone. Welcome to 2K Sports and another exciting edition of NBA Ball. Hello, everyone. I'm Brian Anderson, joined by Grant Hill and Clark Kellogg. We'll hear from reporter Allie LaForce in a moment. Let's take a look at the numbers for Kyle Anderson.
And a stat to focus on is his steal total over the last 5 games. He's been working on his defense, trying to be a disruptor, and it's made them a lot better on D.
Now, New York starting 5. They've got Josh Hart. Mikal Bridges is out there with Jalen Brunson. Then it's OG Anunoby, and it's Towns in at the 5, roaming the paint. And for Utah, Keontae George out there with Collier. Then it's Walker Kessler. Then there's Kyle Anderson, and it's Markkanen in at the small forward position. And coming into this game, Grant, is it fair to say this feels like it should be a blowout?
Well, on paper, that would be the assumption. But, B.A., this is why we play the games. Anything can happen, and any team can pull off an upset.
Now here's George. Doesn't go, and he's 0 for 1 from the floor. Here's Hart, and it's blocked by Kessler. The 3, Markkanen misses. And here's Bridges. He'll bring it up for the New York Knicks. Outside Hart from deep, and the 3-pointer goes.
One of Hart's favorite shots there, guys. Excellent recognizing when he has the room to pull the trigger.
Markkanen outside. Here's Anderson. Lays it up and banks it in.
He's taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Now here's Anunoby. Back to Brunson. Clock at 6. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one.
He's a producer. It's part of their plan to get him as many touches as possible.
George outside. Kessler, a screen on Brunson. Pass to Anderson. Markkanen sets a screen. Pulls it from 20. Kicks it out to Anderson. Back to Markkanen. Fires the 3. Karl-Anthony Towns comes up with a rebound.
1 of 5 to start the game. They have to slow down and just play their brand of basketball.
Now here's Brunson. He's closely guarded. Back to Anunoby. Outside Hart. Over Kessler. Hart can't hit.
Got a decent look at it, but sometimes the shot just doesn't go down.
Pass to Collier. Back to George. Shoots over Bridges. George's shot is off. New York leading by 3. Wherever OG Anunoby goes, his teams win a lot of games, Clark.
Yeah, you think about his second season. I mean, BA, part of the 2019 Raptors title squad was Anunoby. I mean, his defense is superb, and it affects winning in a big-time way.
Pass to Collier. Markkanen with a screen on Brunson. For 3, Collier. And another miss by Utah.
I think adrenaline was a factor there. He wanted to hit that answer 3 so badly.
Outside Brunson. Screen by Bridges. Brunson against George. Utah grabs the miss.
He's as surprised as we are. Most nights that bucket is automatic.
And Markkanen with the stuff.
You know, when Markkanen's in this deep, he should be dunking it every time. I like to see him use his size like that.
Outside Brunson. He takes it in. Gets it to go. That makes him 2 for 3 in this game.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
Here's Collier. Still no points. Markkanen misses.
And he's having an ugly quarter from the field. It seems really frustrating.
Towns on a screen. Brunson on the drive. Played it in with a nice touch off the window. Brunson's got 6.
When he puts his head down and attacks, Brunson is deadly.
They're searching for a way to score.
Yeah, buckets have been very tough to come by.
Marketed from long range. Sends it home from three-point land. Marketing's gotten his second bucket.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
Here's Brunson. Goes to the reverse layup and drops it in.
And guys, the way this defense is getting manhandled down low, you have to wonder if they're at 100% right now.
Here's Collier. Last game for him, he had 14. The floater. That shot missing. Good D by Brunson. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Well, the head coach for the Jazz gave me a few minutes to catch up with him. Well, right away, Coach shared his thoughts on Jalen Brunson. He said, quote, he's going to get hot, that's just a fact. But the moment that happens, we hope to trap him, double him, and throw water on that fire. There you have it. Sounds like Coach is hoping for the best, but preparing for the worst when it comes to Brunson. Back to you guys.
Appreciate the report, Allie. Here's George. After the basket by New York. For 3, Collier. Another 3 for Utah.
He just showed us why they need to respect his shot.
Outside Hart. Back to Brunson for 3. It's rebounded by George.
So far, rebounding has been a focal point for them.
And the trend they'd love to continue right through the next 3 quarters as well.
Now here's Kessler. He's scoreless. Pass to Anderson. And it falls. 2 for 3 from the field so far.
This is exactly where Anderson prefers to get his looks. Foul line down.
Anunoby passes to Brunson. Inside. And it's Towns with the power finish.
Well, I tell you what, the big guy knows how to do that. Throw it down.
George against Bridges. Pass to Collier. And the foul on Josh Hart. That's his first foul. The Knicks making a switch here. Westbrook's checked in.
In for New York, number 4, Russell Westbrook.
For 3, Collier. Some solid defense from Brunson. Hart passes to Brunson. With some arc. Utah grabs the miss. Victory eluded them last time in New York when they faced the Knicks.
Hey, they had their chances, but they struggled from the line. It's so hard to win that way on someone else's floor.
Hey, knocking down free throws in a hostile environment is really about the battle of the mind.
Now here's Markkanen. He had an 18-point outing in their last game against Golden State. And he makes it. Collier's gotten his second bucket on the night.
Attacking in the painted area. Clearly that was their game plan coming in.
And really the heartbeat of this Knicks team is Jalen Brunson, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., the lifeblood, both on the court and his willingness to take less on his contract, giving them the leeway to enhance their talent.
And it's Utah with the ball. After the basket by New York on the other end, Kessler passes to George. Shot clock at 5. Here's Anderson. Karl-Anthony Towns comes up with a rebound. Knicks leading by 6. Here's Bridges. And it's good. Fought through contact. Hit the shot. And will go to the line. Down the stretch we come in the NBA season, Grant. What are the contenders honed in on?
Well, B.A., the biggest priority is to have everyone healthy. Without a full deck of cards, it's very tough to win a title. And, of course, maintaining positive momentum wouldn't hurt either.
Here's what Utah's going with right now. Filipowski comes in for Anderson, and Sensabaugh subbed in for George.
You look at the skill set of Mikal Bridges, and it's shooting, the wing defense. Every team would like to have a 3-and-D guy like him.
And now the first time out called here for Utah. Bridges. All right, let's take this chance to see the players who have been the top rebounders since the All-Star break. Well, you look at Kessler. His dominance on the boards is unquestionable. And, of course, Karl Anthony Towns, he's hanging with him. He's giving max effort on the boards, and it shows in the numbers.
One look at the numbers, and it's obvious these two have become dominant forces in the paint over this stretch.
Now here's Markkanen. He's got 5. They set the pick. And Markkanen with the stuff.
And one move ahead of the defense. A solid pick.
And then the monster dunk to complete the play. Well done.
Boy, picture-perfect teamwork that time, guys. One guy sacrificing for the other. That's how you succeed in this league.
Jazz trail by 7. Here's Sensabaugh. And right now, he's currently putting up 6.5 points per game. And finished off by Kessler.
Hey, kept it simple. No reason to get fancy right now, B.A.
Yeah, he's just looking to find shots and produce for his team.
Hey, I thought there was some style there, guys. What are you guys looking at? I mean, it was still a pretty sweet, flavorful one-hand flush.
Here's Towns, following the bucket by the Jazz, and a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. That one on Kessler.
And you can make a case and argue that Cat is perhaps one of the greatest, if not the greatest, shooting big man of all time, and he's still got a lot of runway in front of him for his career.
And that one falls to Towns. Year to year, Karl Anthony Towns remains an elite three-point threat in this league, Clark.
Yeah, he's one of the best shooters, period, in the league. And when you talk about just big guy shooters, he is the best. I mean, Jokic is maybe going to give him a run for the money, but I take Cat as the best three-point shooter of big men in the league. I mean, he's 7 feet tall, 250 pounds, and it's really hard to find anybody that can guard him outside and inside. Well, one of the ways you mark consistency is looking at a player's efficiency rating, and Cat is generally among the best in the league.
And it's Towns with the power finish.
And that's what happens when you don't take care of the ball.
Hey, that makes the turnover hurt even more.
What? You mean the throwdown at the end? I'll tell you what, fellas. I mean, the highlight shows are going to pain them even more.
Now here's Markkanen. 7 points in the game. Off target with the 3.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Bridges outside. Towns outside. This one for 3. Sinks the tray. And it's an 11-point New York lead.
And excellent perimeter offense so far. Their shooters are clearly in a great rhythm.
It really makes them a hard team to guard because they space you out so well.
Here's Collier. He's got 5. Here's Sensabaugh. Utah with another miss. And here's Bridges. He'll bring it up for New York. To the middle. Here's Yabusele. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket is good, and he'll go to the line.
And this defense needs to turn the screws and ramp up the intensity. They're looking a little loose out there right now.
Yeah, they've got to do a little more to disrupt their offensive rhythm, too.
Huck Porty's checked in for Karl Anthony Towns. Jazz trail by 14. Boy, they need something to go to regain some confidence.
No question. Way too many empty possessions for them.
Pass to Sensabaugh. Williams with the screen. 6 to shoot. Shot's good by Sensabaugh. There's 38 seconds left in the first. To the paint. Here's Yabusele. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. Yabusele's got 5.
Just so successful getting the ball inside and finding those great looks.
Nurkic a screen on Bridges. The 11-footer. Again, Utah good for 2.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
To the inside. Here's Yabusele, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Yabusele's got his third basket on the night right there. And so it's New York, up 14 as we wrap up the quarter. Boy, they've been playing at a fast pace, beating the defense in transition and adding to that big lead. And don't go far. We'll be right back. Welcome you back to second quarter action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. All right, guys, we've seen a confident-looking Knicks team out there.
Oh, what I love was that first quarter was all about leaking out and capitalizing in transition.
Yeah, I like the way they play. They're looking to get up and down the court every time. Racehorse basketball here tonight. Strap it up. Don't look down. You'll miss something.
Kyle Filipowski is out there with Yusuf Nurkic. And it's Sensabaugh in at the shooting guard position. That's the group for Utah right now. A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Thank you. Well, this Knicks team has grit. Jalen Brunson said, quote, "No matter what the situation is, we are going to attack it. No matter who's in front of us, we are going to grind." Back to you.
No quit. All right, Allie. Thanks a lot.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at it.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
Now here's Nurkic. No points so far. Good work there as it goes.
So capable of overwhelming you. Nurkic is terrific at maintaining his focus and balance on these tough finishes.
Up top, Yabusele, defended by Nurkic. Pass to Clarkson. Fires for three. And it's Clarkson again missing. Jazz trail by 12. Second quarter here, just over a minute and a half played. Here's the pick. And here's Nurkic. Just 5 on the clock. Filipowski for three. And it's New York with a rebound. Their last game, a win against the Clippers. Looking to carry it into this one.
I found it was an interesting game. Anything they couldn't get from their starters, they got from their reserves.
Well, you know, you hear about the importance of having depth all the time, bench players that contribute. In last game, their bench came alive.
Yeah, relentless worker. Bridges, so tough inside.
Pass to Sensabaugh. He shoots. Excellent D there from Westbrook. Knicks leading by 14. Clarkson passes to Bridges. Parked it down low that time. Got hit with the 3-second call. All right, a quick look now at how the point totals have looked over the last few months for Jalen Brunson.
I don't think anyone expected to see his production drop off the way it has over the last few games. But I have to credit the defenses he's been facing. They've done their homework, and they're finding ways to hold him down. And now he needs to find new ways to beat them.
And the Jazz call time here. Looking at the 2K leaderboard, these teams have been outstanding at creating offense through their defense. Number 1, the Jazz. In the third spot, the Knicks.
These teams fuel their offense by creating turnovers that lead to open floor opportunities.
George passes to Filipowski. And about 3 minutes played now in the second quarter. Down low. Here's Nurkic. Up and in on the layup. Nurkic has got 4 points in the quarter.
Yeah, in the paint, Nurkic can be a monster. He's got all the physical gifts he needs to dominate.
Nurkic against Yabusele. Bridges passes to Westbrook. Shot from the wing. Rebounded by Nurkic. And so it's George with it. He brings it up for the Utah Jazz. They've only allowed 5 points in the quarter. Anderson with a screen on Westbrook. And the call is going to be, yes, an illegal screen.
The screener was leaning a bit right there. His feet may not have been planted. Pretty obvious call by the officials.
Yeah, I agree. You know, sometimes that can be a tough call for the refs to make, but not that time. It was easy there.
And the Knicks making a change here. Towns is checked in. Now here's Bridges. He's coming off a 10-point game against the Clippers in Los Angeles. And even as the league works for parity, there will always be those teams that are rebuilding. What are the keys to accelerating that process, Clark?
Well, there are a number of factors, B.A. I think you start with leadership and talent acquisition. I mean, those are two major components to this building a team and being successful. You've got to have talent. And then I think you've got to have a commitment to staying the course. Consistency really matters when you get leadership and talent in place.
Anderson passes to George. Utah moving the ball around. Oh, it's stolen by Towns. Bridges outside. The 3 ball. Some solid defense from Markkanen.
Yeah, no, he usually makes you pay from that range.
From the stripe. Anderson can't get it to go. New York leading by 12. To the middle. Here's Bridges. That's good. And so Westbrook with the assist. Bridges has got 4 points in the quarter.
When you play with Westbrook, you've got to be ready now. This guy is always looking to pick up an assist.
Now here's George. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. Outside, Anderson. Nurkic, a screen on Anunoby. Down to 5 on the shot clock. George for 3. Utah with another miss. New York has gone 4 of 8 from 3. A nice percentage. Westbrook outside. Towns a screen on George. From downtown, Westbrook with the miss.
Well, he won't miss many of those. Not when he gets a good look like that.
Anderson inside, pounded by Westbrook. Anderson passes to Filipowski. Markkanen against Yabusele. Utah needs to get off a shot here. George for 3. Karl Anthony Towns comes up with a rebound. New York leading by 14. Anunoby passes to Westbrook. Fires in the triple. Westbrook's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. The Jazz have gotten 5 of 8 attempts to drop since the second began. It's hard to find a more impactful player in a complementary role than OG Anunoby.
Yeah, you're speaking facts right there. He's a switchable defender. Offensively, he's at his best spotting up, and he can attack and transition effectively. I mean, I think he's the kind of player that not only does every team want, he's the kind of guy that every team needs.
He's checked in for Nurkic, and it's Collier in for Filipowski. New York also changing it up. Clarkson comes in for Yabusele, and Brunson is subbed in for Bridges. Here's Collier. He's got 5. Pass to Markkanen. Anderson with a screen on Clarkson. Here's Markkanen. What a finish! Right at the rim by Markkanen.
Now that's how you use the screen right there.
And it leads to a thunderous finish. That was nice.
And, not enough help from the defense there to compensate. He gets a clean look, and that's exactly how you draw it up.
And no matter how the D's coming at him tonight, Brunson has adapted. And that's what great scorers do. They figure it out.
Markkanen misses.
He's letting it fly, but the results just have not been there.
Inside, here's Towns. And it's Towns with the power finish.
Big Cat says, take that.
Jazz trail by 20. George peels it out a bit. Clarkson against Markkanen. 5 to shoot. Kessler, a screen on Clarkson. Markkanen finds Kessler. And finished off by Kessler.
Well, this is what you like about him as a facilitator. He hits his man where he can do something with the rock.
Westbrook, the pass to Clarkson. Back to Westbrook. Towns, a screen on George. A clear look for Westbrook. Kessler with a rebound. Kessler's got 4 rebounds now. To the paint. Pass to Collier. Markkanen outside. Fires the 3. The Knicks pull it in. Towns has got rebound number 11. Anunoby passes to Towns. Another basket. He's now 6 for 7 in the contest.
Look, how do you come up with a strategy to defend Towns on a night like this? I'm anxious to see you try.
Clarkson outside. Westbrook outside. Towns passes to Brunson. Here's Collier. Brunson defending. Utah moving the ball around. Pass to Markkanen. Outside, Anderson. Let's go with a 3. Given that one. Now shooting 5 for 11 from the floor.
And the quick trigger of Markkanen is impressive. He's got such a fluid release, too, especially on these catch-and-shoot jumpers.
Towns on a screen. Takes a 3. He gets it. He's 7 for 8 and really going at him out there.
You've got to love the way he's scoring it tonight. Very efficient.
Jazz trail by 20. Markkanen outside. Back to George. Fires from deep. Another 3 for Utah.
And there's a nice rhythm to his three-point shot. George has a confident stroke.
Outside Anunoby. Pass to Westbrook. Outside Brunson. Kicks it out to Anunoby. This one for 3. Yes. And a nice assist from Brunson. Brunson's got 3 assists in the game.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
Here's Collier. 5 points in the game. It's good. Markkanen's got 14 points.
And credit his teammates for feeding him all quarter.
And so Mike Brown decides to call a timeout. Coach probably just checking to make sure everybody's on the same page here. Hart's checked in for Clarkson, and it's Bridges in for Russell Westbrook.
For the Knicks, Josh Hart, Mikal Bridges.
Here's Bridges. He's got 10. Outside Anunoby. Pass to Brunson. Oh, a beautiful reverse layup. Brunson's got 5 points in the quarter.
I love the low simmer fire that Brunson plays with. He seems never to be out of control or over emotional. And when he goes inside, he's prepared to fight.
Here's Collier. He's got 5. Pass to Markkanen. Releases. And it's Utah scoring again.
So much fun watching Markkanen catch fire like this. He's a capable, efficient scorer who does it at a high rate.
Now here's Bridges, giving them some good production, putting up just around 16.5 points a game. Now here's Brunson. Shot clock at 6. Stolen. Bridges against George. Pass to Collier. We've got 13 seconds left to play in the half. Kicks it out to Markkanen. Kessler, a screen on Bridges. It's tipped and stolen by Brunson. And so it's the New York Knicks, a sizable 18-point lead at the end of the period. Building this lead up in large part because of how well they're shooting it. Well, now a minute to check in with Allie LaForce. She's courtside. Hey, Allie.
Carl, you were able to build the lead, but what's the key to maintaining it or even increasing it going forward?
I mean, don't change what we're doing. Just stay together, keep passing the ball, keep playing great defense, and just keep making them think and make decisions, especially the difficult ones.
Consistency is a beautiful thing. Thanks, Carl.
Thanks very much, Allie. And folks, we'll be right back to start the second half of this game.
Hello, everybody. Maybe a bit of a surprise in this one, but what a fantastic first half we witnessed for the New York Knicks.
Their three-point shooting, wow. I didn't get a math degree, but I didn't go to Shaq University either. I do know a little thing about threes.
Yeah, Kenny, I heard you applied to Shaq University. Denied.
Changing gears now, this should be interesting. Let's hear what the fans want to say. All right, fellas, we've got a question from Crossover Zeddy. Shaq is the Diesel. Kenny is the Jet. Why doesn't Ernie have a nickname?
Ernie does have a nickname. It's EJ.
Those are just initials, Shaq.
Oh, like MJ?
I still don't think that's a nickname, but I think we can all agree EJ is the MJ of studios.
And you could just call me the Elevator.
Ooh, Elevator Ernie.
Thanks for tuning in. Now it's time to head back over to Brian Anderson for the start of the third quarter.
Just about ready for the second half here. A big comeback is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. You know, Karl Anthony Towns has been exceptional here, guys.
And given that he's just delivered a double-double through 2 quarters, I'm excited to see his stats at the end of the night.
Yeah, he's got that locked-in look in his eyes tonight, and he's not going to start taking it easy. I think he's going to be going hard until that final whistle blows.
And Brunson's got the ball here for New York. Checking out the group from Mike Brown to start the second half. Jalen Brunson is out there with Mikal Bridges. Then it's Josh Hart. Then it's Karl Anthony Towns. And it's Anunoby in at the 3. Now here's Hart. Clock at 6. Anunoby passes to Towns. He buries it from 3. Towns has got 20 points.
And the defense is really allowing them too much room on the perimeter.
Outside, Anderson. Markkanen up top. Back to Anderson. Markkanen with a screen on Hart. And finished off by Anderson.
They call him slow-mo. That dunk from Anderson was anything but slow-mo. That was power-mo.
Now here's Brunson. Tight defense on him. Towns a screen on George. Three-pointer, Bridges. Utah grabs the miss.
Hey, it was a good look, one he normally capitalizes on.
Kessler a screen on Hart. Marketing outside. Utah moving the ball around. Here's Collier. He's covered by Hart. And finished off by Kessler.
I just love the strong finish there inside.
Man, he's got that dunker's mindset, doesn't he? Always ready to pounce.
An absolutely tremendous athlete, able to go up and finish over the biggest of defenders.
Now here's Hart. Looking at his stats, he's putting up about 7.5 per game. Towns, that's good.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
It's hard for me to watch this. I mean, the defense practically giving them those shots.
Here's Marketing. He's got 16. Pass to George. Here's the floater. And it's good. 2 points. George has got 5.
They just look so overwhelmed inside. That's why they continue to get attacked.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness. If they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
Now here's Bridges. He's got 10. Outside Hart. Here's the 3. Kept alive. Anunoby. And that one is stuffed right through.
High effort play by Anunoby, rescuing the possession on the offensive glass.
And Utah calls time here. Three-point shooters in the NBA. Third is Karl Anthony Towns.
Well, the shooting percentage he's cultivated from deep range is so impressive. His three-point shot is about as good as you can hope for.
Jazz trail by 20. George outside. Marketing finds Anderson. Here's Collier. Launches a 3. Karl Anthony Towns comes up with a rebound. Towns has got a rebound number 12 here already in the game. Pass to Anunoby. Bridges outside. Here's Towns. A deep 3 from beyond the arc and then some. Towns has got 9 points here in the second half.
They've been pretty lax with their perimeter defense, giving up a lot of three-pointers.
And their defensive rotations have been non-existent.
Now here's Marketing. 16 points for him. Oh, it's stolen by Towns. And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Thanks, guys. Josh Hart is great at moving off ball, and he said, in today's league, cutting and making a layup is considered boring. Everyone wants ISO. Some of the fundamentals and beauty of the game are lost. For me, it's a feel. If you see the back of your defender's head, try to make a cut. Back to you, B.A.
Thank you, Allie. And it's Utah with the ball. After the basket by New York on the other end. Marketing for 3. Hart pulls it in.
Just enough of a shot contest to bother him.
Pass to Bridges. Back to Brunson. Kicks it out to Anunoby. Outside Brunson. 4 on the clock. Fires for 3. And again, New York with the triple.
When you let a team knock down that many threes, you know you're likely to be on the wrong side of a run.
In the summer of 24, Jalen Brunson signed a contract extension, famously signing for less than his max, Clark.
Yeah, you know, BA, it was a calculated move by Brunson because he wanted the team to have room to add additional players. If you ask me, that's the kind of winning, selfless attitude you want from the guy who's your franchise player.
Here's Anunoby after the basket by Utah. Towns outside from behind the arc. Basket is good. Off the assist from Brunson. Brunson's got his 4th assist with that last one.
The assist numbers certainly stand out. They've really emphasized ball movement here today.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
For 3, Collier. The rebound by Bridges. The Knicks have gotten 7 of their 9 shots to fall. Quality shooting in the second half. Anunoby passes to Brunson. New York working the ball around now. George with it. Hard covering. Pass to Kessler. Oh, stolen by Anunoby. Here's Hart. Ooh, the lead pass was in the perfect spot to set up the layup. Hart's got 5 now. All right, guys, what do you think about the hustle stats for the Knicks?
Really a great job in this one, forcing the issue defensively. Great quickness and discipline combined, making ball handlers very uncomfortable.
Well, another major factor in the offensive performance was the fast break. Converting on those chances when they get them tonight. And they're +5 on the boards after that rebound.
Towns down low. Anderson's there. Nice D from Anderson. Here's Collier. He's got 7. Marketing outside. Puts up a 3. Kicks it to George. Jacks up a 3. And it's New York with a rebound.
If he were just a touch more efficient tonight, I think the score would look a lot different.
Nice spin off the left rim and ends. 12 points for him.
You know, Bridges rarely forces things. That's one thing you appreciate about his game. He stays within himself and plays within the flow of the game.
Now here's George. He's got 5. Hits the trifecta. Anderson's got 5 points in the quarter.
Defensively, you've got to apply more pressure to a shooter of his caliber.
Pass to Towns. Now here's Anunoby. Outside Hart. Now Towns. Utah grabs the miss. Kessler's got 5 rebounds in the game. Kessler, a screen on Bridges. And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. Well, most NBA teams run their offense through their star player. But, Grant, that can leave the team vulnerable when that player has an off night.
You know, in a strange way, it's almost better if your star is out of the game. I know that sounds weird, but those complementary players get increased opportunities and are emboldened to do more.
And he drops it first.
And there's no question George can fill it up. For him, it's about focusing on shooting good percentages.
For the Jazz, Nurkic comes in for Kessler. And it's Filipowski in for Lauri Markkanen. George hits them both. Here's Westbrook. Right now he's contributing about 15.5 points a game. Pass to Clarkson. Outside Payton. For 3, Westbrook. Rebounded by Nurkic.
Surprising to see him miss here, but they'll be happy with that shot in most possessions.
George for 3. Goes back up. And it's Nurkic getting it to go. Nurkic has got 6.
And for Nurkic, one of his key attributes, the ability to keep the play alive on the glass.
Out of bounds. It'll be Jazz ball. For Utah, they've gone 6 of 13 to open up this second half. Pass to Collier. Here's Filipowski. Over to the wing. Shot clock at 5. Here's Collier. It's rebounded by McBride. And New York shooting 64% for the game. Amazing. Payton, no good. The Jazz shooting just about 43% on the third. Filipowski, the pass to George. There's a screen by Nurkic. Great D that time from Yabusele. New York shooting a remarkable 60% clip. Very efficient. That shot wide open. 6 points for him.
This is what it's been since halftime. Remarkable results from downtown.
Boy, it's been a three-point barrage. They came out gunning and have not stopped.
Filipowski, the pass to George. Utah with another miss.
He's having trouble getting anything to go right now.
Outside Payton. Launches it. And again, New York with the triple.
That is not enough coverage. Got to do better than that defensively. Basically, no coverage. I mean, defense did not look very good there.
Nurkic against Yabusele. Now here's Nurkic. Defense right on him. And he makes it on the layup. Nurkic just got 4 points in the quarter.
Hey, you'll take as many high percentage looks as you can get.
Pass to Payton. New York working the ball around now. Anderson against Clarkson. Back to Yabusele. And here's Payton. Yabusele the screen. And here's Westbrook from the arc. The rebound by the Jazz. Nurkic just got his 6th rebound on the night.
They are winning despite his effort. He's been off all night.
How many shots has he missed this quarter? Might be time to find offense elsewhere.
Clarkson finds Westbrook. Anderson against Payton. Filipowski uses the glass on the layup.
I mean, they've been relentless. Just keep getting shots at the rim.
Well, the defensive rotations have been a step slow, and it's really helped them get that ball inside time after time.
Oh, Nurkic with the block.
Showing off the timing and awareness defensively. Better think twice before challenging Nurkic. They've struggled, but hey, you cannot lay it at his feet. Offensively, he's getting it done.
Now here's Clarkson. 6 points for him. The shot comes out. It's been all about Karl Anthony Towns for the Knicks, piling up the numbers that quarter. Already, he's got a double-double. And more NBA action on 2K Sports. Coming your way right after this. And let's take this opportunity to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, just shredding the defense with that feed. Zero chance to stop that.
Yeah, that's just a brilliant read of the defense. I mean, it was also excellent anticipation of the movement of his teammates before the pass. Just great harmony on all sides.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same for the first 3 quarters. They've got Yusuf Nurkic, Filipowski out there with Lauri Markkanen, and it's Hendricks in at the 3 spot. That's the 5 on the floor for the Jazz. The rebound by Payton. Knicks shooting an amazing 61%, looking confident, and it's going to be out of bounds. New York will have another go.
He had the right idea, just couldn't come up with the swipe.
You know, fellas, 1 second quicker, and that's going the other way.
Here's Westbrook. All right, so let's say we give you a carte blanche, Clark. Make you Adam Silver for a day. What's one game rule you change?
You know, I kind of like what the WNBA does in regards to the reset timeout, BA. Allow you to advance the ball without huddling up like a normal timeout.
At the line for 2.
I really think it helps the end of the game move a little better.
Take a break. Take a break.
2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good.
Really a good free throw shooter. You'd like to see Clarkson get to the line even more because of that.
And so Clarkson nails both of them. And the Jazz with possession here. They're off to battle the Trailblazers after this one, as they'll be playing at Moda Center. It'll be the start of a 3-game trip on the road. Markkanen with a screen on Westbrook. Here's Sensabaugh, pounded by Westbrook. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Markkanen from long range. On target from range. Markkanen's got 19 points.
His first 3 of the half. That gives him 9 total points from beyond the arc so far.
Westbrook left side. And the layup is good off the glass.
You know, Westbrook able to score from anywhere. He just is so assertive and confident in what he can do out there.
Here's Sensabaugh, pounded by Westbrook. Pass to Hendricks. Here's Sensabaugh. Here's Hendricks. Over Clarkson. The rebound by Payton.
Well, it's a make-or-miss league. Sometimes the Jays just don't fall. It wasn't a bad shot.
Clarkson outside. Lets it fly. Utah with the rebound. Here's Sensabaugh to the inside. Markkanen outside. Utah moving the ball around. Fast break. Here comes New York. And finished off by Westbrook.
That is really where Russell Westbrook excels. In transition with that great speed of his.
If you're just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. The Knicks have gone 2 of 3 to open the fourth quarter. Driving in. Can't connect from short range.
Even though he hasn't found his groove tonight, his teammates are picking him up.
Pass to Filipowski. Nurkic inside. Pounded by Westbrook. The Jazz again can't hit. And the Knicks shooting about 60% for the game. And Clark, for decades now, we've seen the Western Conference have the upper hand. Any reason you can fathom?
Not really, other than the tide shifts on occasion based on who the players are on teams in each conference. Maybe some of that frontier spirit coursing through, although I don't quite believe that as a major factor. One thing you see in the West, though, a lot of smaller market teams, and historically they've done a good job of how they run those clubs.
Yeah, Markkanen is in rhythm, providing a major lift to this offense.
Payton, and it's rejected. Here's Hendricks. He's covered by Clarkson. Pass to Filipowski. And here's Nurkic. Over Payton. Nurkic's shot is good. Nurkic has gone 5 for 7 shooting. On the wing, Clarkson. Down low. Here's Payton. Goes up and lays it in. Nice and easy.
And trust me, when the D's slow to react, he'll be the first guy to make them pay.
Boy, the defense looks shell-shocked. I mean, they're on the ropes right now, on their heels.
Markkanen from long range. Sure, from 3-point range. Markkanen's got 8 points in the quarter. Pass to Yabusele. Yabusele the screen. Here's Clarkson. Rebounded by Nurkic. Nurkic has got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight.
He hasn't helped the cause with his shooting, but his teammates have had his back.
And it's going to be out of bounds with the Jazz retaining possession. The Jazz making a switch here. Kessler's checked in. Porty's checked in for New York. Pass to Filipowski. And here's Markkanen. McBride covers. Back to Filipowski. Marking it outside. Three-pointer. Cordy grabs the board.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
Now here's Yabusele. Westbrook finds Yabusele. Here's Clarkson. 6 on the shot clock. Off target from three-point range. Here's Sensabaugh. Marking it outside. Pass to Sensabaugh. Now Kessler. Here's Hendricks. Utah with another miss. And so it's Westbrook who will bring it up for New York. Now Clarkson. There's the three. And that one comes off the assist by Westbrook.
3.
Westbrook's got 3 assists tonight.
That's his second tray of this half. For the game, he's got 9 points from beyond the arc.
Here's Sensabaugh. Pass to Markkanen. Here's Hendricks. He's covered by Clarkson. And here's Markkanen. They swipe it. Here's McBride. That one drops for him.
Got it in deep, and that's how you do it.
The Jazz have gone 4 for 10 in the fourth. Here's Sensabaugh. You know, it seems like there's much more competition at the big man spot than there used to be.
I think a lot of that is due to the way players are developed now, particularly the big guys. They come in now expected to handle the ball and shoot, and they've watched a number of their predecessors do that in the last couple of decades. Teams now want to have 4 or more shooters on the floor to put great pressure on the opposing defense. So where there used to be 2 spots available for big guys, now they're fighting over 1 spot.
And it's Utah with the ball. The Knicks making their last shot. And stolen by Yabusele. Here we go. Here's McBride. Uses the glass to finish the layup. McBride's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Well, look, I mean, great anticipation on one end leads to points on the other.
Boy, there's not much defense available once a steal is made. That's the best time to attack on the break.
Here's Sensabaugh. Puts up a deep three. Markkanen misses.
It's never easy from that distance, but we see him drill those and shoot around all the time.
But that looks to me, guys, like a heat check and was maybe a step out of his range. That is good offense, unselfish play.
Here's Sensabaugh. Markkanen outside. Shot clock at 6. Pass to Sensabaugh. He drops it from range.
Nice inside-out ball movement, keeping the defense on its toes.
Westbrook taking his time here. Clarkson, left side. And Clark, the Defensive Player of the Year award, tends to go to shot blockers, insinuating that bigs really have a greater impact on that end of the floor.
Well, you know, the counting stats favor big guys. I mean, when you think about block shots and defensive rebounds, clearly big guys would tend to corral numbers in those areas. But still being on that back line means they're involved in a lot of plays, and they've got to do more than just block shots and rebounds. So to answer the question, generally, I'd say yes.
Now here's Westbrook. Count it.
Hey, we can't forget now, over Westbrook's career, he has averaged double-digit assists multiple times.
The Jazz have gone just 6 of 14 in this final quarter. Here's Sensabaugh. Pass to Filipowski. Utah moving the ball around. Now Kessler. Here's Hendricks. No good from outside. And here's New York now. They're on a 13-5 run.
2 minutes remaining.
Here's Westbrook.
2 minutes.
Good D by Kessler.
Got the ball where he wanted it, but then got swarmed.
1:49 left to play in the fourth quarter of this one. Played it in with a nice touch off the window.
I'd like to see them run more plays for him. Maybe something in motion to make it harder for the defense to deny the ball.
Pass to Yabusele. And you look around the league, 30 different organizations, each with their own cultures. What did you look for as a player, Greg?
Well, you know, BA, winning always comes first. But after that, you're looking at resources and how they care for their players. That's where teams are trying to separate themselves these days. Well, the scoreboard tells you everything you need to know about this one. A great showing here for the Knicks.
And the disparity in the talent was obvious by the end. Sometimes you just don't have enough ammunition to compete.
Yeah, BA, just a total beatdown. And the next time these teams meet, I can't imagine it'll be any different.
And with this win, they will now have 52 victories for the year.
Only a 2-game series, and they win both. They have to be satisfied with this.
That's a nice feeling to get the sweep. Even though it is a small number, still nice to get that sweep.
And as it was happening, as it was building, you knew this was a monster game for Karl Anthony Towns.
So impressed with his performance today. He was confident, he was composed, and the defense just didn't know how to adjust.
Thanks to AT&T for that fantastic look from their connected cam. 34 seconds left to play in the fourth. Markkanen outside. Filipowski, the pass to Markkanen. That one a tad offline, but it drops in for him. Markkanen's got 31.
And Markkanen is a low down inside close to the bucket. When he's got nice positioning, he's really comfortable inside.
Westbrook outside. And so New York takes this one by a big margin. Boy, this crowd has to be shocked by the way their team was dismantled.
Shocked and surprised. It doesn't matter what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to just waltz in and cruise to the type of victory like we saw tonight.
All right, now let's check in with Allie LaForce. Allie, what do you have?
Thanks so much, guys. Jordan, congratulations. What was the game plan that allowed this team to get the win?
We just tried to keep it on the defensive end. We knew we were going to make shots in the second half and just kept playing. Kept getting stops. We started getting stuff in transition and made the game easy for us.
You got it. Thanks, Jordan.
All right, Allie, thanks. Great stuff there. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Grant Hill, Clark Kellogg, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson, thanking you for watching. And now, time for our player of the game, Karl Anthony Towns.